saw Spider-Man No Way Home yesterday, and it was very good and extremely heartbreaking because my heart breaks a little bit anytime I see Tom Holland cry on screen. It's like watching puppies getting kicked off a bridge for me.
Oh, Jesus.
Welcome to Player Guide's Brilliant Diamond. I'm Osprey, and I'm on the sticks today.
I'm Hannah.
I'm Cameron. Last time recently we've gotten the 6th gym badge. We beat Byron. We just went to Lake Verity and faced Team Galactic's Commander Saturn. You said we got to fly home, and the flag is pointing here. How did you know what? I guess the game didn't seem to say go home. What do we know? Is it just that there's a lake nearby?
Yeah, so it said Mars has probably already captured the Pokémon of Lake Verity, which is where
that's on 201.
Esther and Dom were going.
Gotcha.
And that is, we're actually coming back to the lake that this all began at.
Oh yeah, this is where we met our Pokemon.
Oh, cute. Osprey, what timing? Those Team Galactic scoundrels are after the legendary Pokemon. You've got to help Dawn.
Well, they kind of just seem to be standing around. Okay. It's our mission to stall you, sorry, but we gotta do our job. In order for us to bring peace to the world, we must control. So what's interesting to me is that if they're trying to stall us, it would probably be more effective to not double battle. Right?
I think.
To, buy more time by doing things in stages. Oh, whatever are we gonna do against a Silcoon and a Glameow? Well...
But they think they can beat me.
Yeah. Yeah, they did not think this one through. But, they'll do their best. I guess while we're just chewing through these assholes, Hannah, I know...
super hyped.
Oh, no, go ahead.
I'm still super hyped for Legends Arceus, and I'm having trouble shutting up about it.
Yes, it has been in episode time. The game's out now. For us, we still have 6 days until it comes out or something.
It comes out Thursday at midnight.
Yeah. So we're getting close. And then as of the next episode we record, we'll talk spoiler stuff. Because by that point, the game will have been out for 2 weeks. But Hannah, speaking of spoilers, I know you mentioned to me on the car ride you wanted to talk a little bit about some Spider-Mans.
Oh yeah, we saw Spider-Man No Way Home yesterday, and I loved every single minute of it.
Osprey, do you care about... You mentioned before that you're not really into Marvel so much anymore. Do you care about spoilers for Spider-Man?
Nah.
Alright. Hannah, go ahead.
So...
Oh, wait, what the fuck was that? That was sick as hell.
That was Retaliate.
Maybe I haven't been paying attention. I don't remember seeing that move.
Cameron.
So... Hannah, go ahead.
Are you sure? Are you sure, Cameron? So, we saw Spider-Man No Way Home yesterday, and it was very good and extremely heartbreaking because my heart breaks a little bit anytime I see Tom Holland cry on screen. It's like watching puppies getting kicked off a bridge for me.
Oh, Jesus.
It's so sad. It's so sad. But Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield show up because they're also Spider-Mans, and the whole thing is different multiverses. So it was cool to see all 3 Spider-Mans kick ass together. And
No Way
together.
Home made Sam Raimi's Spider-Man and the Amazing Spider-Man part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe
officially.
Retroactively, and it was pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was extremely well done. So I was off the Marvel train, and now I'm back on the Marvel train.
100% on board.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it also. Spider-Man is my favorite superhero. Stupid flower at our wedding was a Spider-Man.
It wasn't stupid.
I know
it was
it's not
your
stupid. I just
boutonniere.
thank you. I just couldn't remember the name. My boutonniere, Hannah made a boutonniere for me that was made out of Spider-Man art comic pages.
Yeah.
So I've always liked Spider-Man. I really liked Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. I wasn't as hot about The Amazing Spider-Man. I really enjoyed the new Marvel Spider-Mans. And this one might be my favorite Spider-Man movie. It was fun and funny and
everything that we enjoy about Marvel films.
Yeah.
It hit.
It really hit that sweet spot.
Yeah.
And now I can say that the Marvel Cinematic Universe has done the two storytelling things that I think are hardest well. The things that turn me off of a comic book story or story are time travel and multi-dimensional stuff, because oftentimes the way they're incorporated in a story is either nonsensical or it works in a way that it means that individual human choice no longer matters in the story, that there's either infinite universes where every possibility has happened, so like it has this like nihilistic tone of like, oh, all the good and all the bad has happened, so like whatever, or it means that like, oh, everyone's fate is set and you can't break it. In this case, neither of those things happened, and it was refreshing.
We also saw trailers for films that, well, one film that I shouldn't care about anymore, but it's slowly getting its claws in me. So I don't know how I feel about it.
I'm not going to go see it.
I'm probably not going to see it. But it was the third Fantastic Beasts movie.
Yeah, I don't.
It's Fantastic Beasts: Secrets of Dumbledore. And then we saw a trailer for whatever.
Besides J.K. Rowling being a fucking turf and a bad person.
Well, yeah, obviously.
The movie, like that trilogy, like they're not good movies. So like, I don't give a shit.
And then we saw a trailer for
Dodge the Sucker Punch,
the newest or Batman movie that Robert Pattinson's gonna be in. I don't fucking get it, but okay. I can't tell if it's gonna be like another stupid fucking origin story, or if they're trying to tie that one into the rest of the DC. Like, is Ben Affleck not Batman anymore?
I don't think so.
And Robert Pattinson's stepping in now?
I don't know. So, people talk about superhero fatigue.
Ben Affleck, if you're watching this, can you confirm if you're still Batman?
Ben Affleck, join our Discord.
Join our Discord. Just let us know, yay or nay. Thumbs up, thumbs down.
So I think the break that I took from watching superhero stuff for about like a year and a half, like I feel refreshed and I feel like, oh, I kind of want to watch more superhero stuff. But it's specifically for the Marvel universe.
Well, yeah,
it's not,
because
I still feel fatigue about
Marvel
DC
gets their
stuff.
shit right, and DC is like, DC is so focused on making money that they're not taking the time to tell a story and create characters that people care about. So
Well,
like,
DC utilized Joss Whedon.
yeah.
So,
Well, Marvel did too. I mean, the dude was well connected and like.
But I thought even after the whole thing came out was when DC used Joss Whedon.
Oh, I don't know the timing because I haven't paid attention to.
Okay, I could be wrong on this, by the way.
So
take what I say with a grain of salt.
I
also have rants about Batman.
In that he's just a rich dude beating up poor people and mentally ill people.
He could fix a lot of Gotham's problems
by
with
investing his money. Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Yes, agreed.
I've ranted about that in the past.
We're on the same page. Also, I like, as much as I hate Batman, at least Batman is originally was more. I mean, I don't really notice that.
He's got like those abs on the side that like
I liked the Christopher Nolan Batmans.
So like Batman overall like was meant to be kind of a, I don't want like, I had something bad happen to me. I want to prevent that from happening to other people, so I'm going to go fight crime, sort of
Right.
thing.
Yes.
But I'm also going to be, like, really gentle and sweet to kids because I don't want kids to be scared.
Right.
But then Grimdark became popular and people started making the Punisher with a silly hat. And I do not take credit for that description. I totally got that from Overly Sarcastic Productions.
Yeah, but I'm with you.
Well, and it's funny. Well, maybe not funny, but it's interesting because
Oh, she's so mad.
I'm pretty sure I read an article or I heard a snippet from I think it was the creator of the Punisher, because the creator was saying, you know, I don't get these right-wing shitheads look up to this guy, and like, this isn't a life, his life is not one that you want to live and emulate. Like, he is someone who is emotionally, physically, mentally struggling. Like, he's been through some shit.
Well, and he's also not the Punisher is a protagonist, but not a good character.
Yeah.
Not a hero. And
right. And the
a lot of the
creators, like,
actual
mention
Punisher
that.
stories it's often satire. Garth Ennis, I thought, had one of the best Punisher runs. And a lot of it is just about like how fucked up and broken everything is. And the Punisher is this like nihilistic piece of shit that is just like using trauma and like this nihilistic view of the world as an excuse to hurt people.
Yeah.
And it's like it dives into the consequences of that. But the problem is, like, we were talking about Warhammer 40k earlier, like satire eventually like loses, like the first fans who read it and understood it are like, oh, this is satirical. Then they tell their friends about it and they read it and they don't get as much of the satire. And then they tell their friends about it, and as it expands outward, like, eventually someone takes that shit, like, seriously and totally misses the initial message.
Yeah, I kind of hate satire now.
Yeah.
Because I've seen too much of satire just being taken as truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to make satire without accidentally encouraging like fascism and stuff.
I've got my own theory about that. I think that the problem is in media today is that you can't like create a story, have a beginning, middle, and ending, and then just like be done with it. Companies these days, media companies, like they need to like continue selling a character design.
Right.
So you have like the Punisher that came out in the 80s, and it was like, this is like clearly a critique on vigilantism and on right-wing extremism and on the insanity of gun violence. And then, like, that was in the 80s. Now you have people my age that didn't grow up with those comics that are working at Marvel and writing stories about the Punisher.
Right.
And, like, they're so far removed from the original that they don't see the original vision. So you almost need to be like, okay, this is a satirical story, and I'm not going to make any more stories about this in the universe.
Yeah.
To prevent that from happening, which is impossible to do.
Well, and just, I don't know, sometimes people can't, like, it's so hard to tell with some of the things people actually are, like, going for right now.
Mm-hmm.
I can't always tell what's gonna be satirical and what's people actually unironically believe.
Right.
Totally fair, yeah.
That's part of why I don't like satire anymore, is
Yeah.
you can't tell always anymore.
Yeah, like 40k like started out satirical, and now it's like, I'm pretty sure that most people just like think the Imperium are the good guys.
Like, I've also, because of the times we're living in, where 2016 happened in the U.S., like,
yeah, voting for a
have
fascist as president, ironically, is still voting for a fascist as president.
well, like, I don't know that I heard that particular excuse, but there were too many articles where it's like, are we sure this isn't The Onion?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it's not.
It's
what
real
do you
life.
mean we're living it?
Yeah.
Like, it's so frustrating, and like, then people hide behind satire to try to like, well,
lost
I
it
don't
yet.
actually think this,
Mhm.
but
Right.
and then they'll say something like, they'll try to like, quote, satirically make a point that trans people are garbage, and then just kind of fuel,
The hate.
yeah.
Yeah. While we were having that discussion, we also beat Mars.
Yes.
Sweet.
But the Pokemon was already taken to the HQ.
Oh, all right. So I guess I don't 100% remember this part of the plot line. Misprit, the being of emotion. Azelf, the being of willpower. Uxie, the being of intelligence. Now that we have all three, the Triforce will be complete. You can look forward to the what Team Galactic has in store for them. Din, Faerun, Nairu, the three goddesses.
This is why Ganondorf happened.
Yeah.
I see. This also occurred at Lake Valor.
Except that one they used an explosive.
Another legendary Pokemon was taken away by Team Galactic.
Do you think Barry even tried to stop them,
No.
or he was too busy jet skiing?
Both of you went up against full-fledged criminals. The fact that you're unharmed is reason enough to celebrate. But what about Lake Acuity? Is Barry safe? We'll never know.
Oh, jeez.
Wow. I want to at least check on the lake, Hannah.
Yeah. So I guess that's where we're headed. We're headed to what? Snow Point City and Lake Acuity?
Yep.
Which is what, like north of Route 210 or something?
It is really far north. It is as north can be in this game.
Just to wrap up what we were talking about satire, it's also one of the reasons that I'm like, there's one DC thing that I was kind of curious about, and I might still watch it. It's the Peacemaker show. But the Peacemaker is very much like the Punisher, but like funny, and it's James Gunn, and he's a great director, and like I believe in his ability to tell a satirical story.
Yeah.
But I'm 100% with you, Osprey, where I'm like, people are gonna take this Punisher character or this Peacemaker character and just like buy in.
Oh yeah, we need to get that item back there.
Oh, we can cutsies.
Yeah, like we've been able to do this for a while, but I forgot to go back and do that.
Yeah.
feel like that happened a little bit too. Maybe satire is the wrong word, but I feel like people missed the point when the film Jojo Rabbit came out. It was extremely well done.
Can you go up, or that fence blocks the way?
But there were people who, I don't think they physically watched the film, but they were sitting there and they were saying, oh, this film sympathizes the Nazis, and it fucking doesn't. it goes into how terrible they were and how children
I think there was another Pokeball if we want to break that, smash
were
that rock.
brainwashed into believing this shit. But it's not sympathetic, like. But it was a very well done, one of my favorite films by far.
What one was this?
Jojo
again?
Rabbit.
I've never actually heard of it.
I don't know if I'd call it satire. It is a comedy.
It's a dark comedy.
But it's
about a 12-year-old, 13-year-old Hitler youth.
He's German. This is Nazi Germany during the end of World War II.
He's Hitler youth, but his mother is actively working against the Nazis.
And he has an imaginary version of Adolf Hitler.
Yeah, he has an imaginary friend who is Adolf Hitler. And essentially he finds out that his mother is hiding a Jewish girl in their home, and the film focuses on the relationship, the friendship, eventually, that forms between him and the Jewish...
Oh, Gardevoir, what happened?
I think it was just a glitch.
Yeah.
Him and the Jewish girl over time. And throughout the movie, you see the little boy's character transition slowly but surely of...
Deprogram.
Yeah, of essentially deprogramming and no longer, like, and recognizing that the Nazis are evil and this is all bullshit. But it's an extremely brilliant film and very well done. But I remember, like, people, and again, this is probably people who did not see the movie, saying, oh, don't go see this because this film is making Nazis out to be the good guys. And it's like, no, it's fucking, if that's what you think, like, you're missing the point of the fucking movie.
Yeah. Taika Waititi was the director of that movie.
Is he the one who did Ragnarok?
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
And so What We Do in the Shadows, which is one of my favorites.
Very well done. We very much enjoyed it. I think we saw it multiple times in theaters. Spider-Man No Way Home was brilliant. Everyone should go see it. And do not go see the Robert Pattinson Batman. I mean, I guess unless you absolutely want to. But I think it's gonna be...
It might be good.
I think it's gonna suck.
I don't know.
I saw the trailer. I had no interest in that trailer. It was... Oh my god. No. Oh, and then we saw a Michael Bay trailer, and we could immediately tell that it was a Michael Bay film before the credits even come up saying directed by Michael Bay.
It was such
We
propaganda.
knew it was a Michael Bay film before the trailer even announced it was a Michael Bay film.
The trailer is like so like.
You could tell you have no idea what the fuck is going on.
The LAPD went to Michael Bay and they were like, we keep shooting innocent people. Can you make a movie that makes us out to be the heroes? And Michael Bay was like, yeah. That's how I felt about that fucking trailer.
It's garbage. It's gonna be garbage.
What's the name of the movie?
I don't fucking know.
Ambulance, but it's like the L and A in ambulance are different colors. So it's like L.A. Ambulance. And it's about two brothers, Jake Gyllenhaal and
Jake Gyllenhaal, you sell out.
I don't know who the other dude is, but two brothers. One is a paramedic
in arms, because I think they served in the military together.
Oh, okay, whatever. One of them's a paramedic, and one of them is Chingling. One of them is a bank robber. And the paramedic dude, his wife needs some expensive operation. So he goes to his brother for a loan or for the money. And the brother's like, well, I have this job. And if you just come in and help me, then the pay is like $32 million or something. And so they rob this bank. I think no one gets hurt in the actual robbery.
But it goes awry.
The police are notified and they're trying to get away. And they hijack an ambulance. And it turns out the ambulance is rushing a shot police officer from another crime scene to the hospital. So the police, like, the trailer was a bunch of, like, we've got a down brother in that ambulance. We're like, no one, like, fucking do anything about it. And, like, Jake Gyllenhaal's, like, chewing the scenery and, like, oh, I'm gonna kill this cop and blah, blah, blah. And then the main character is like, oh, I just want to go home. And there's like a paramedic in the ambulance that's
and the paramedic looks eerily similar to Megan Fox, but it's not Megan Fox, but it's the same fucking build and makeup. And this is clearly, right? Like, this is the sexy woman eye candy
I'm so
trope.
surprised that again, content warning. I'm so surprised because we were talking earlier about like the shitty Joss Whedon stuff. With all the shitty stuff about different directors coming out, maybe Michael Bay isn't a creep, but he just feels like he should be a creep, and I don't know why nothing's come out about him.
I think he is a creep, but I think he is a creep who, as far as we know, has not physically assaulted someone. He just uses them creepily as eye candy in a
just makes me feel gross.
Yeah, in a gross way, but that's not necessarily doing something illegal.
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking as someone who's, like, had very bad interactions with creeps, like... I don't know. I don't know enough about Michael Bay to say one way or the other.
Well,
What I will say is people like Joss Whedon are why I don't believe people who say they're allies automatically.
Well, it's one of those
That's
things where
correct.
it's like, I don't think anyone has the right to call themselves an ally. I feel like that's something that if you are working hard to improve yourself and improve your community and help marginalized people, then other people will call you an. It's like giving yourself a nickname.
I feel like there needs to be a good word for, like, someone who is trying to be. So, like...
oh, nice.
Well, I think ally is a good word. I just don't think it's a self-descriptor.
Yeah, well, like, I mean for, like, someone who's, like... just a way to let people know that your intent, like, to try to say your intent,
Yeah.
even if you aren't quite there yet. Or
I
at
think
least...
you can smash that rock
Oh, yeah,
to
go
the
back
south
down.
to
Wait,
get
go back. Oh,
all these freaking
chinglings.
chinglings. I like its tongue though. It's weird.
So anyway, we also saw we saw a trailer for what will be a shitty Michael Bay film. We saw a trailer for
To the right.
a new Batman.
And then if you smash that rock, there's a Pokeball to the right.
Again. And
You got excited about what? Morbius? And then
I didn't
Uncharted?
want to. I didn't want to get excited for Morbius. The only reason I did, one, because I cannot stand Jared Leto. The man is not an actor. He's a douche. Two, the only reason I got excited is because in that specific trailer, there was a
It's cold.
small little second of Michael Keaton, and it was clearly related to Spider-Man Homecoming. And so then I was like, damn it, I don't want to see this movie, but now I'm wondering if I have to because Michael Keaton was in it, but maybe I don't have to. Because I do not want to give Jared Leto my money.
Look at that dude skiing.
Better skier than I am.
I've never
Even if
been
he's just
skiing.
going
So.
in circles. Still doing a better
Hey.
job. That takes talent right there, though. Like, look at him. Just hovering around like a helicopter and skis.
Yeah. I'm fully kitted up and equipped.
I definitely thought that person said, I'm fully kittened up and equipped. And I was like, oh, cat Pokemon? No.
Lopunny.
Oh, I kind of like the look of that one.
You've had a Lopunny before.
I have.
Yeah. It's what Baneri evolves into.
I figure that's what Baneri evolves into, but I don't remember.
Well, we're gonna blast this Wabbit all the way back to Albuquerque, and then I think call this an episode.
Yeah.
Oh, like, okay, so earlier we were talking about, like, the mountain in the background. And again, here, it's something I want to commend this game about. I feel like I have been damning Pokemon Brilliant Diamond with faint praise. But I feel like the arena backgrounds for battles have been great. And I really love that they are sticking to this central theme that Mount Coronet is, like, a singular fixture in the Sinnoh region, and wherever you are in the wilderness routes, it's somewhere in the background. I like that a lot. Sweet.
Sorry, Laura.
Yeah. Thanks for playing, Laura. All right. We're going to call this an episode, and
Yep.
we'll catch you all on the next one. Thanks for playing, everybody.
next
Thanks,
time.
everybody.